Remember when Iron Man died? That was kind of a big deal, right? Like, everyone was collectively at peace with the idea of never seeing him again after Avengers Endgame. Other characters also died during those two films, and altogether we had about 6 real deaths between Infinity War and Endgame. But of those 6 deaths, so far only 3 of them have actually stuck. Gamora, Loki, and Vision have all returned in one capacity or another. And while they technically weren't resurrected, I still feel like this is a bit annoying. Yeah, they all returned as different versions of the same character, but functionally all 3 of these characters essentially didn't die. I think what they've done with Loki and Gamora has justified these decisions to bring them back, but the jury is still out with Vision. In past videos, I've talked about how I thought bringing Vision back in WandaVision was a mistake, but now he's back whether I like it or not. It'd be easy for me to be a pessimist about all of Marvel's plans for Vision, but I've decided to enter a new era of optimism and hope. With the recent news of a Vision show moving forward, I could have just written it off like I've written off Agatha, but I'm not going to do that, because I do see a path to a good Vision show.
I do see a way. There is a narrow way through.
Plus, Marvel has admitted that they're going to course correct the way they handle shows and hire actual showrunners, so maybe that is a good sign for the future of Marvel TV. And look, Marvel, the template is right here. The Vision by Tom King is a 12-issue miniseries about Vision and his new family and their anything but perfect life in suburbia. Sound familiar at all? WandaVision has a lot of these elements in place already. I think there's a way to make the Vision show the true spiritual successor to WandaVision. We don't know much about this White Vision, besides that after he gets vibe checked by normal Vision and gets his memories back, he sorta runs away. We haven't seen him since, and I think this actually presents us the perfect opportunity to radically change him. White Vision, after having been granted all the memories of his previous life, would see his storied career as an Avenger, as well as all the insecurities his previous version has. He would basically be trying to be the perfect Vision and attempt to be a better version of himself. Seeing the original Vision's love for Wanda as a weakness, White Vision would see the only path forward is to build himself his own family just like him. So this way, he wouldn't get tempted by being too close to humanity. Remember, at least in the comics, White Vision has all the memories of the previous Vision without the emotional connection to them. So they could kinda do a similar thing here. However, all this stuff would have happened before the events of the show take place, and we can slowly reveal White Vision's motivations throughout the course of the show. When the show starts, we would just jump right into his life, seeing his perfect suburban life with his wife and kids. Vision himself would be, quote-unquote, working when he goes out to his Avenger duties. Now this could prove difficult because we don't know who the Avengers are right now, but we could make up a West Coast Avengers team to put Vision on in the meantime. I think the rest of the show could follow a very similar structure to the original comic, as we slowly witness the horrors that this family has to endure just due to being different. We could even make the villain of the show that same general guy from WandaVision who made the White Vision, and he could constantly be trying to neutralize the family since he views them as threats now that they've gone rogue. And sure, we could still have the Grim Reaper in the show as a mercenary hired by the General, but I really want to emphasize that this is a slower drama, very intimate with the character, showing the inner workings of this fake family. Vision would be deeply flawed here, clinging desperately to his idea of this perfect life, even though at every turn he's reminded that he will always be an android. I want to see Vision attempt to be human. I want to see his kids at school, their struggles fitting in, all the discrimination that the family faces. The hardest part about the series would be bridging it from WandaVision. We have to successfully establish why White Vision would pivot into this direction. But I think having just received all his memories, seeing the tragedy of his life and his own death, could provide enough context about why Vision just wants to be normal. The show could end having established that Vision will simply never really be normal, and that it's not worth trying to force humanity to accept him. So he will simply need to live as he wants and be content with himself, that he knows he's doing good things. And as for his android wife and kids, the comic kills off both his son and wife. I think that those are both effective for the themes of the original story, but if the show wanted to keep everyone alive, I wouldn't fault them. Plus, the Vision kids would make for more people to add to the MCU Young Avengers roster, which desperately needs some variety. I think adapting this story for the Vision show could be really cool, but it would have to be very different for it to work. I honestly do think, regardless of if they do it like I'm outlining here, the MCU is gonna adopt the storyline. I mean, Can you name another Vision storyline? Like, I certainly can't. If they have the patience to adapt it properly, it would be a straight up banger. I hope with the rehaul of Marvel Television that they take it slower and actually deliver something that's really, really interesting and could make people huge fans of the character going forward. It would completely justify bringing Vision back if done well. If done poorly, it would make the problem a lot worse. But what do you think? Could the Vision show actually be good? Would you like them to use the Tom King storyline like I've outlined here, or do you have a different pitch for what you'd like to see from the Vision show? Let me know down below, and be sure to like and subscribe if you like this video and you like other superhero shit.
The one that goes beep boo boo bop boo boo beep.
No, man, you're thinking of beep boo boo bop boo boo bop.
Beep boo 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 bop. Beep boo boo bop.